Hi, thank you so much for joining our session today. Today we have Workplace Safety and Insurance Board and Northern Commerce with us today to be going over how to keeping up with digital compliance and security. We know that customers are thinking about reinventing their businesses and not only how they engage with their citizens, but how do they ensure their compliance and their security along the way. We are excited to work with WSIB and how they had this unique opportunity recently to transfer their services to digital, and how they also had the unique compliance and security needs that we helped them with along the way as they made that shift towards digital. Today you have myself. My name is Kara Hall. I'm a product marketing manager at Acquia. I work on our cloud platform. I also work with our customers to help them understand the security and compliance needs that they have, as well as helping our customers understand what we offer in regards to security and compliance. We also have Ivan, who's been with WSIB for over 20 years and is responsible for health and safety related to digital, data, and evaluation services. Ivan was awarded the 2020 Canadian CIO of the Year and Next Generation Leader Award for the successful launch of the portal we are talking about today. And then we also have Chris McInnes from Northern Commerce, who is the account director. So now I'll pass it off to Ivan, who will give us that overview of WSIB.
Hello, everybody from Toronto. Hope everyone is doing well. To the Fenway faithful, go Red Sox, go! With Acura being based out of Boston. So, on behalf of WSIB, we're happy to be here. WSIB is one of the largest compensation boards in North America and that of the world. We've been in operations for over 120 years, and what we do is we get people back to work. We make sure they're medically right to go back to work. But on top of that, what we really want to do is to prevent the injury from happening in the first place and get Ontario to be one of the safest places to work in the world. We service about 5 million Ontarian workers across the province, working in about 300,000 businesses that keep our economy going. So as mentioned there, we are, our main customers are the businesses of Ontario, the citizens of Ontario that are of the working age, and our health and safety program providers. Overall net assets of about $6.1 billion as of 2021.
Okay, so just to give you a little bit of a sense of where WSIB was when they came to Northern with this opportunity, WSIB was looking to relaunch, or they had recently relaunched their public site on Drupal with Acquia, and that had really kind of twigged the interest of a lot of internal stakeholders at WSIB about the potential of Drupal to sort of execute quickly and provide a great online platform. So what they were asking us to do is to create a paperless version of some existing health and safety programs, and to bring it to market within 80 business days, which was quite a feat. Some of the challenges we had to doing this were that this launch date was really non-negotiable. There was limited funding, frequent content and sort of policy-driven content changes, and a very small team to support this project. So in short, the WSIB had to really modernize this health and safety program to adapt to the needs of the businesses and the employees. They're trying to make it more flexible, worthwhile, and repeatable, just to really drive value and get more done. So the fact that they were already working with us at Northern Commerce and had been aware of the potential of Drupal and Acquia really let us hit the ground running, and we were able to commit to a very rapid proof of concept and an MVP that really got the job done. Some of the specific security and compliance hurdles that we had to meet, WSIB has very stringent security policies, most of which, on top of their own internal policies, they're governed by the Ontario government IT requirements and security requirements, which are comparable to that of the banking industry, as well as CIS and NIST controls. So what happened out of this project, Ivan?
Well, a whole heck of a lot, Chris, and really truly not possible without the help of Drupal and Acqua and Northern Commerce. As Chris mentioned, it was a non-negotiable launch date of 80 days. And in my career at the WSIB, I'm confident in saying that in the WSIB's 120 year history, we have not launched a digital portal e-service in 4 months. It just hasn't happened, and but now it's reality. So what does that mean? We have a digital health and safety program for really the first of its kind that we're aware of in North America. We have turned the traditional clipboard and pen approach to health and safety or workplace health and safety and digitize that into a product where it's that services as of now about 2,500 businesses covering just under a million Ontarian workers. And we've done that really with the MVPs that Chris mentioned around being able to iterate, being able to listen to our customers and continually improve the platform and the user experience of the portal. The WSIB is committed to doing that, and we're doing that with data. We're not doing that without any guidance at all of feedback and data. It's very much an insights driven type of approach to how we want to build towards this very scalable platform. And we're excited to continue with that approach as we digitize health and safety and make Ontario a better province to work in.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that story about how you got that portal up in just 80 days, Ivan and Chris. We do have some questions from our audience, so I'll go ahead and kick off with those questions. Having different audiences, such as business and health and safety providers, how did that impact your approach to the new site?
Yeah, thanks for that question, Kara. So with a variety of user groups, we wanted to make sure that the experience is positive across all three of them. In this particular case, it's employers, program providers, and that of WSIB users. We wanted to make sure that the branding of it and the look and feel of it is very attuned to that of the WSIB brand of here to help. And the flow, the overall workflow is ultimately clean. As you know, when we were demonstrating the portal prior to launch, I dare to say it that some of our executives have called it Apple-like clean. And we're proud of that in that it's intuitive and easy to follow without much guidance from documentation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great to have a user-friendly experience. Another question we have is that during the last 24 months, what services provided by WSIB transitioned into the digital format?
As I mentioned earlier, our health and safety programs in the past have always been paper-based, all the way to the 21st century, and here we are. We're finally beyond the precipice of change on digitizing health and safety, and we're excited about that because you want to be able to spend more time working on your business and taking care of your employees than doing the administration minutia of health and safety. So we've taken that away. We've digitized that. You could see your journey in improving health and safety. You could see the fact that you continue to invest, and you could see the recognition products there, whether it's a brand for your business to leverage and use to get morale going with your employees. We've finally gotten rid of clipboard and pen, and so we're so excited about that, and in partnership with Northern Commerce, Drupal, and Acqua.
Yeah, absolutely. Another question that we got is, what compliance and security measures did you need to take into account?
Sure.
Chris, you want to take that one?
Sure. So on top of this kind of the security frameworks that I mentioned earlier, WSIB also, as a Canadian entity, has very, very strict bilingual policies. So all content has to be accurately and faithfully reproduced in French as well as English. So that was something where Drupal as a platform really was able to support us in terms of quickly updating and changing whatever was needed there. And accessibility. So Ontario has some of the strictest accessibility guidelines in North America with the AODA. And so accessibility and language were the primary concerns on top of security. Acquia made the security piece really easy. We didn't really have to do too much outside of what Acquia already provides in terms of security. It was really a matter of just demonstrating to WSIB IT what the platform was already, how secure the platform was.
Yeah, it's always important to have those other languages when that comes into play. Another question that we got in is, how do you ensure that content is compliant while contributing content for your specific audiences? And then kind of to go with that, what does your governance process look like? And with that, what does your approval process look like with that governance process?
Yeah, it's an important question, Kara, because WSIB is a public agency, so the public's trust is something that we value a lot, that we have to maintain, we have to enhance, and so any content on the site right now on the portal is vetted through our governance procedures around communications. We have a public affairs department that ensures that while the health and safety content on this site is obviously created by subject matter experts on health and safety, we want to make sure that it's in line with the overall theme or branding or of other key messages that the WSIB has. And at the same time, promotes that, does it resonate to businesses on what they're doing every single day? So that vetting process is something we take very seriously. And to your earlier point about languages, that's where accessibility and language availability also comes into play. So our public affairs department ensures that that's put in check, and make sure that before we launch any new content, those considerations are taken into account.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know right there at the end, you just mentioned launching new content. That kind of plays into the next question that I have is, what's next for WSIB?
A lot. We're extremely excited about the portal that we built, powered by Acquia and Drupal. With Northern Commerce's help, I think the sky's the limit. Chris and I have plans around bolting on AI and machine learning into this. With the technology around more bio-enabled suits, for example, in workplaces, can we mine data out of that and put it into more predictive type modeling with our portal? Connecting it with learning management systems and training. I mean, that's important to get workers engaged in workplaces. So one of the program's tenets is on the health and safety excellence program is really its flexibility and being able to invest in health and safety when it's convenient for businesses, because we know their number one priority is keeping their business afloat, making money, and taking care of their employees. So if we could add a sprinkle of health and safety in that and keeping their workplaces safe and making it easy for them with these additional tools, I mean, we're all for that. And so the sky's the limit, honestly. And we're absolutely excited with this partnership.
Yeah, it's great to hear all of the great things that are coming and that we have to look forward to in the future. Ivan, Chris,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining me today and going over this and talking about this great project that you guys had and how you moved to digital in just 80 days and all of the great things looking forward to. With that, we'll go ahead and end our session. Thank you so much for joining and have a great Engage.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.